Hey everybody, this is Chance here with First Choice Property Management. Today we're at 2901 Galvez Ave, and this one is a 4-bedroom, 3-bathroom, 2,250 square foot home. And there's a couple unique features about this one. The first one, starting outside, is that you are actually on a corner here on the street. And so you have a rather large front yard, and all the way around the house here, as you can see, in the front, there's a sidewalk that actually wraps around and connects back to the porch here in the front yard. And one of the main things here that I want you to see before you go in is that you can actually come from the curb here all the way through the driveway, and it's concreted through this gate all the way to the back where there's a shed. And so that's one of the cooler things about this, and there's a gate on the other side as well. So you can pull in from the alley or the front to get to the backyard. And this long porch here, like I said, it connects with the sidewalk here and goes all the way around. And so you've got your staircase that leads up to the front, and then just taking a step in, it opens up immediately into what I would call the heart of the house here, which is this open concept bottom floor where it is just the living room, the kitchen, and the dining room all in this open space here. And so as you can see, the dining room is just on the other side, and you can walk straight through the kitchen to get to it. The kitchen here has a bunch of really cool features. First being this island where the sink is. And all of the stainless steel appliances kind of bring in this Nardo gray tone that are on the cabinets. And they make it look really slick. I'm a huge fan. As you can see, there's basically cupboards all the way around, top and bottom. And let me give you another look from the back side here of this kitchen. They have some really cool light fixtures in this house where you can see there's one over the sink there, and then one here that would sit directly above your table in the dining room. And let me give you a look from this back corner. Super awesome. And so just this room alone has 3 of the most important stops in a house here. And so I just want to make sure that I give enough of a view into them. In the back of that kitchen, and then here's your dining room. And so the way this is mapped out is there is a hallway back here that houses 3 of the bedrooms and a bathroom, and then back here, privately placed, is a bedroom with a bathroom of its own. And then back here in the corner is the washer and dryer. And as you can see, those look like newer Samsung washer and dryers, so those are pretty good. And then upstairs, there's a lofted room. And so starting back here in the back corner, this room has 2 windows, a ceiling fan and a closet. And then actually tucked away back here is a bathroom, which has everything you would need. There's your vanity. Here goes your shower with a really cool back tile, and then some shelving here above the toilet. Just a really cool, neat little compact package back there in this room. And let me give you a look from the back corner. Absolutely perfect. Let me come through. And so just to give you an idea, that is the door to the backyard back there in that hallway. And then we will take a step upstairs real quick just to look at this lofted area. And so this up here has been transformed into a bedroom. Has everything that you would need. It's got a window, a ceiling fan, plenty of room. And then back here is actually a window unit because it can get hot upstairs sometimes. And so this is perfectly transformed into a bedroom. Taking a step downstairs and back through the living room. Here is your kitchen. You have a hallway which houses most of the bedrooms and another bathroom. And so here is the first of the bedrooms. And this one actually has two large windows that look out into the front yard. You see that Texas flag there. A ceiling fan, and then a double-doored closet here that actually goes pretty deep into both sides, which I'll give you a look at that. Both ends here. And then next is another bedroom. The only difference in this one and the other ones is that it actually doesn't have a ceiling fan, and it's a little tighter, but it does have a window and a closet. So it is definitely still a perfectly fine little bedroom. And then taking a step into the next room will be a bathroom for these bedrooms back here. And the best thing about this one is that it has this really cool tile. It looks super cool. Let me give you a look from the inside here. I'm definitely a fan of that. And here is a look. And then directly to the left of this room is the larger of the bedrooms. So this is the biggest of the bedrooms. And this one here has two windows, a large closet, an extra storage closet, and a walk-in bathroom. So let me give y'all a look from this back corner. There you go. And here is a look at your closet. It is definitely larger than any of the other ones in the house. And then here is that separate storage closet. So you get another closet here on this back side. And here's your bathroom. So the bathroom has some cool features. Here you have a walk-in shower that has a really useful two sections there. And directly behind the shower is a tub. You have this window that is like half in, half out of the shower, which is super neat. And then you have the vanity itself, which you have a double vanity with two mirrors. Sorry. And then definitely always last but not least, we will take a look into the backyard. And I'll show you a little bit of that driveway that comes all the way through to the shed. And then there's a little graveled off section there for you to be able to park your vehicles, not have them in the way. Maybe if you have like, I don't know, like a boat, jet skis, something like that. So here's the backyard, and it is really big. Like I said, this is a corner lot. And so you get a lot of front yard, you get a lot of backyard. And so before I actually show you just the corner shot, let's take a look over here and look at that driveway. So the driveway, obviously this is the double gate that we just held the phone up over in the first half. And so this would open up and give you the ability to drive all the way through back to here. And so what's really neat about this one is you can see they've taken and put rocks here so you can park and sit in this without disturbing any of the yard, but also if ever needed, there is a second piece of fence back here that could definitely serve as a gate, but they've made that one totally useful to do so. And so here's your shed, which has a garage and a door. And then let's look at the yard from the back corner here so you can get a full idea of its size. So I'm back here all the way at the fence. As you can see, it is definitely a big yard. Plenty of space for any kind of family or just outdoor activities. If you guys have any questions at all, please reach out to us. My name is Chance with First Choice Property Management. I appreciate you watching the video this long. Thank you so much. I hope you have a great day.